everybody. It is Kaitlin and Brittany with Call It with Kaitlin and Brittany.
I always forget the name of our show.
I know, it's tough.
It is tough.
Well, welcome to our latest edition. We are back in action and we're getting ready for many things.
Yeah, we got a lot of, I think, exciting news, exciting announcements, exciting talking points, and potentially a new game show today.
Stay tuned in because it's all coming
fun.
at you.
It's gonna be really fun.
No, it is going to be good. We're going to have games. We're going to have surprises we don't even know.
Yep.
Let's start off with Downtown Melbourne 5K
Perfect.
on our Space Coast Runners list.
Yep, so Downtown Melbourne 5K is coming up this Saturday, March 22nd, happening at Front Street Park, and it will kick off at 7:30 a.m. this year, and that is number 8 in the Space Coast Runners Runner of the Year series.
Yes, and every finisher will be getting a medal at the 5K. It's a beautiful course. You see the Indian River, and everyone really enjoyed it. It's the second year of running there, and guess what, Kaitlin?
What?
It's its 43rd year.
Wow.
I know, this race is old.
What's the oldest race in the county? Not to put you on the spot. Do you know what it is?
Well, I know the marathon is over 51.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know what it is, so I was just curious.
Yeah, so this race has been around a really long time, has a great history.
Yep.
Race directors, Frank Webby, also it benefits the Haven, which is a children's home here in Brevard County. So really worthwhile cause, and we hope that you'll all come out.
Yep.
I will be at the Space Coast Runners tent, and I will be collecting shoes.
Beautiful.
So if you have gently worn sneakers, you can bring those with their little laces tied together.
Tie the laces together.
Yep, and drop them in the bin.
Yep. And then you said you were going to be at the SCR tent. Anybody that is currently in Run Like a Girl or our spring training camp that did not pick up your camp shirts, we will also have those there at the tent. So come find Brittany and she will get those to you. If you are not in our camp but would like some of these limited edition shirts. This was not the camp shirt, but we did a few of these. You did a few of these pink ones.
Yes, it's called
They are
Pink
going
Berry.
hot. They are going hot.
Yeah, they are very limited. It's the first time that this company has had a pink shirt available, so we grabbed a bunch and we will have those for sale. They are tech shirts and they'll be $18 at the tent. Kaitlin, why should people want to wear something from Space Coast Runners?
Well, you could win a $150 gift card to Running Zone.
Yes,
for shoes.
Yes.
If you are selected as the random runner, so you have to be wearing something Space Coast Runners. It can be a hat, it can be a visor, any type of shirt. The camp shirts work. Any shirt, Space Coast Runner shirts, anything. And that's really exciting. We had Jake Prentice, that's in our training camp one, from
Brianna Marie.
Yep, it was at Wickham.
Brianna Marie. So yes, you have 3 chances to win the $150, which is presented by Running Zone. That will be Saturday, Downtown Melbourne 5K.
Perfect.
The upcoming Space Coast Classic 15K and 2 mile that runs on Sunday, April 13th, and then the Eat My Crust 5K, which is our grand finale on Sunday, May 4th.
Yep. And a little, little intel, if you're training for Space Coast Classic 15K, this Sunday, training camp will be there, but water and Gatorade will be on the north side on the 15K course.
Yes.
So if you're interested in running the Space Coast Classic, or you've signed up and you want a chance to train on the course or just see what it's about, you've never run up there, or you just want to practice it, you can head up there this Sunday, and Space Coast Runners will have water and Gatorade out for us, which is fantastic.
Yes, I always encourage everyone to do psychological warfare on the courses that they're going to be running.
Yes.
So,
and it's very different from the South course. So if you did the half, or you run the South course, it's a little different. So you should go check it out so you know what to expect on race day.
Yep. So thank you to our hydration crew that puts out water every Sunday on River Road. They will be putting it out north. This week.
One more thing about this weekend. I checked out the weather. The low is 49 degrees Friday night heading into Saturday for race day. In the wind in the morning on Saturday, right now it's projected at 3 to 4 miles an hour.
Which direction?
Well, it was changing all over the place and I couldn't remember. I knew you were going to pull my leg. So
doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
We'll assess
You have to go out, you have to come back.
Yeah, we'll
but
assess
low
it race
wind,
night.
perfect weather.
That's
like perfect temperature.
really good.
Yep.
Go out there and do your best.
Yep, it's going to be really fun. What else do we have?
Well, we have our camps.
Yep.
So we are in camp, and Run Like a Girl's camp is ending this Saturday at Downtown Melbourne 5K. That was their goal race, but never fear. Are we going to do another Run Like a Girl camp? Yes, we are. Kaitlin, tell us about it.
Yeah, the next one's going to kick off on April 30th. This will be a 10-week camp, so it'll be the same overall duration as the camp that we're in now. Same structure. It'll be Wednesday evenings in the Vieira area at 6 p.m. And it'll be Sundays rotating throughout the county. We are going to do 6:30 a.m. The current camp has been 7 a.m., but with it heating up over the summer, we're going to do 6:30 a.m. on Sundays. And really excited about that.
Yes. So you'll be able to see in the comments below that we are going to post the link for registration for the new Run Like a Girl
It's
camp.
open.
I know, and you can get signed up 10 weeks.
Yes. Yep. And then we'll have our summer sweat and speed. We still have a few more weeks until Space Coast Classic and Eat My Crust for our current spring camp, but we'll take about 2 weeks off, and then that camp will kick off May 20th. It'll be a 7-week shorter summer sweat and speed. We'll focus on some shorter workouts.
Yep.
Since it's going to be so warm outside before we head into the fall with the marathon and half marathon training camp. So
Yep.
it's going to be awesome.
Both of these camps will lead up to the Firecracker 5K.
Correct.
Yes,
Yep.
that'll be their goal race. And
Exactly.
that's another fantastic race. It's part of the Running Zone race series, and it makes you feel very patriotic.
It does. And you get to go over the bridge
In the
in
summer.
July.
I know. We
It's
think
character
alike.
building.
Yes, it is.
Yeah,
Awesome.
so excited for those two camps. The summer camp will be the same structure as our current spring camp of Tuesday evenings in the Satellite Beach area at 6 p.m. and then Sundays at 6 a.m. for our long runs throughout the county. So exact same structure that we've been doing.
Yep, and registration's open for that, so look in the comments for the links.
Yep, perfect.
At our camps on Tuesday night, if you don't know, we feature products.
Mm-hmm.
So we have a different variety of products coming and going, but we had a brand new one this past Tuesday night from the Seattle Gummy Company.
Yeah, this is a really cool company that we're actually going to have on Coffee with Coach coming up here, so he, one of the reps and co-founders, can talk about it a bit more.
Mm-hmm.
But they started as a children's medicine gummies because the
Kids don't want to take
kids don't want to take
medicine.
medicine.
Yeah.
Turns out they sent samples, and my kids love the gummies. I have to hide them because they'll overdose on acetaminophen. But they have several, and then they branched out to more endurance sports. So they sent us the mocha shots
For high energy.
high energy. There is 100 milligrams of caffeine per gummy in that one, so we had to warn people to be careful if you don't take a lot of caffeine, or just so you don't take it at 8 p.m. at night.
Yeah, you just want to ease into it.
Yep. And then we had our recovery, which has some BCAAs in here, some ginger extract, a little bit of other electrolytes and stuff, and low calories, like only 20 calories in the whole pack. And there's 4 gummies in here, and this is Hawaiian Breeze. And
Very good.
I haven't tried any caffeine, but of the ones I've tried, like this, and then they sent some other samples for you and I to try ahead of time, I have been very
Everything's
impressed.
good.
They're really good.
And what I like about the company is that it's gluten-free, it's non-GMO, it's all natural, and it's made here in the USA.
Yep.
So check out the Seattle Gummy Company because they're pretty awesome.
Yep. And if you have kids, they make some really good
Cough.
And you tried one.
I tried the children's cough suppressant because I was battling a cough. I enjoyed it quite a lot, and it sustained my cough for a bit.
Yeah, it was great to have them on board. We love getting new companies and sharing it with the runners.
Yes, yep. So those are great things with the camp. Let's talk about the Runner of the Year series a little bit.
All right, so since we're heading into the Runner of the Year series number 8 this weekend, we have our current leaderboard updated, which is also on the website at spacecoastrunners.org.
Yes.
Very good. I was like, I hope I did that right. No, that I had to do
Your
it.
eyes were getting big, and I'm like, what's she gonna say? Got it. No, you did great.
All right, so on the male side, we have Steve Hedgepeth is still leading the way. We have Patrick Packard in second and Nate Dwenger in third.
How about our masters?
Masters, we have Kevin Jacomite, and then we have Rick Grew close behind.
Grandmasters.
Oh, Grandmasters, yep. And then we have Senior Grandmasters is Dan Curitan.
Okay, so that did a little bit of shuffling.
It did.
Jerry Kalka, who had been in the top 3, he was out of town for Brianna Marie. He was running the Osaka Marathon in Japan.
Yeah, so this is when it gets interesting because this is race number 8.
Yes.
And we have 2 more, but drops start to come into play a bit more because you have 2 drops. So we'll see what happens in the next couple of races.
Yep, so it's coming.
Yep. What about the women?
On the ladies' side, in first place, dominating this entire season, is Kaitlin Donner. In second place is Mary Hoffmeister, and in third on the leaderboard is Kristen Lockwood, who is participating in her very first series. For our masters, Margaret Cooper is leading the way. In Grand Masters, we have Dawn Greger, and then in Senior Grand Masters is Carol Ball. will these people stay in these slots? We don't know.
Yeah, there's been some shifting between the Masters, Grandmasters, Senior Grandmasters the past couple of races, so we'll see.
Yes, and for the ladies, I think Manon Tonjas is like
She's
lurking
lurking.
about. Yep, there's quite a few other people out there, so let's not count anybody out. Just go out there and score as many points as you possibly can. And when it gets to where you're really, really hurting, just in your head say, I just need a few more points.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pass a few more people.
Mm-hmm.
And it's, I mean, the Causeway is going to throw, you know,
Yeah.
some curveballs this weekend, so
Yeah,
make
you
sure you
gotta
don't go
run
out
smart.
too hard and
Mm-hmm.
catch people on the way back.
Yeah.
All right. What else do we have from Space Coast Runners?
Well, we've got a few housekeeping items. One of the things I would really like to point out is about our committees. Space Coast Runners, we have over 1,100 members, and that takes a lot of coordination by a lot of different people. And so we're always looking for volunteers. So we're looking for a fun run coordinator, meaning just keeping track of all the different local fun runs and putting out our calendar. We've got our race committee that selects the Runner of the Year series. That will start back up in September. They're kind of shifting now towards the end of their season. So that could be something this fall that you might want to volunteer for. We've got a social committee that plans things like our anniversary party, our socials, that good stuff. So if you like a good party, that's a committee for you.
Yep.
Always looking for somebody to coordinate our volunteers. We're also looking for anyone interested in communications for the club and or social media. And what else do I have? Oh, strategic partnerships and sponsorships. So that's also an integral part of the SCR Roy's series. So if you have it in your heart to volunteer in any of those areas, I highly encourage you, and you can email info@spacecoastrunners.org.
Yep, and that's what makes the club what it is and helps it keep building, and so we can have these events with all of the amazing volunteers. So
Right. And
it doesn't take much.
You volunteered on the board for a couple of years, right? And so I became director of ops by volunteering. You know, it was kind of a natural evolution. So yeah, I think everybody, if you've got some time, we'll take it.
Yep, and so nominations for that, are they happening now or when?
No,
can
this is
just
ongoing.
anytime.
Yeah,
Okay.
just email us and we can get you plugged in.
Perfect. Very good.
Yeah.
So then we do have board nominations that are starting to come up.
Yes, the Space Coast Runners Board of Directors, every year we hold an election for the board. That will happen in May. So for April, we will begin taking nominations.
Perfect. So if you're interested in being on the board and helping out that way, it's coming up. Nominations are coming up in just a couple weeks.
Yes, so be on the lookout for that.
Yep. And then we have celebration night also coming up.
Yes.
I was going to say but I don't know.
Sunday, June 1st.
There you go. Sunday, June 1st. So tickets will go on sale in April for that, and that will be at Wickham Park
Regional Pavilion.
Very good.
Yes.
Yep. And that's a really fun night.
It's celebrating everybody. You don't have to win a
Yeah.
Runner of the Year award. You can be a part of camp. We have our scholarship winners. We celebrate our youth series. If there's something that we need to be celebrating, you let us know because we want to do it.
Yeah, and the tickets are on sale, and you get great food, you get dinner, you get dessert,
And
you
just
get
a lot
drinks
of good,
and a lot of social. So it's a really fun night.
good club
evening night.
camaraderie.
Yes, yeah, it's really fun. I like that it's at Wickham. Like that worked out well. I liked it there last year.
Yeah, it's been there since kind of COVID.
Yeah,
So we'll take it.
yeah, yep.
All right.
And then we have our youth series that's coming up, and this is the last one of this
Season.
season. I
Yes.
was gonna say series, but it's not.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's race number 6. We have 38 kids who have done 5 of them, so they are so close to
All
getting
right.
that comfy cozy blanket.
Let's go, kids.
So
Got one more.
happening at O'Galley High School, Saturday, April 5th, and that is going to be starting up at 9 a.m. We do warm-ups and get registered before that, and then off those little guys go.
Yep.
And gals.
A little note for that day also is that Pirate Plunder is happening that day. That Running Zone puts on, that's part of their series.
Yes, it
And
is
it's
actually
moved to the morning,
Mhm.
but it's starting at 7 a.m. I believe. I'm like 90% sure.
I think
but
it's
check on
seven-
that.
I think it's 7:30. I can't
Maybe
remember.
7:30. Okay, 7 or 7:30. It gives you time. I did the math. It gives you time. You might not be able to stay for awards, but you could run the race and then get to the youth series
Still
race. It's
get
really close. It's right off of Wickham, around the Wickham Park area there.
Yeah, O'Galley High
different-
School's not that far.
Yeah. But to be noted, it is now in the morning instead of the evening like it's been in previous years.
Yes. So yeah, that's a race scoop for you.
Yes.
And a reminder on the youth series.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. One other thing.
Okay.
Before we head into whatever, the Runner of the Year series. It's brought to you by Gradium Wealth Management, and they are our presenting sponsor. And as you can see on our board down here, we have Embrace Health and Touch and Body and Motion massage therapy.
Oh, very good.
So thank you so much to our sponsors.
Thank you.
And that was my big. And the youth series is being presented by the Runner to Runner Foundation, and they are actually going to be running a kids camp for running, and Space Coast Runners will be getting that information out this week.
Very good. Love it.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we can transition into a little bit more fun.
Sure.
Okay, well, do you want to start with our taste testing Kit Kats, or do you want to start with our game show? You want to start with a series of announcements we have?
Well, let's just ease into it since I have this in my hand. We can do taste testing. So sat down today, and Kaitlin's got more food on the table, and I'm wondering what this is. It looks interesting.
Yeah. So Sylvia, that is in our camp, just ran Tokyo Marathon, so she just got back, and she brought back some of these milk tea Kit Kats. That's about all I know about it, because everything else I can't read.
Is in Japanese. It is made by Nestle.
Yeah, I haven't opened it yet. I haven't looked at it. I have not tasted it.
Do you think it's gonna be white, green, or chocolate?
I think it's gonna be green.
I think it's gonna be white.
There were various color packages. So the package, like there were blue ones. There were. What you thought was gonna be white? I think you won.
Did I?
Yeah.
It's white.
It's white.
Okay. I like to see things.
The other one she brought was matcha, but I'm not a big matcha. Oh,
I had matcha tea when I was in Japan, and I now know that I don't like matcha tea either.
Oh, I'm glad I didn't pick that one then.
Those are good.
Yeah, it's not what I expected.
I think the tea flavor comes at the end.
I was about to say, it does not taste like tea at first, but it kind of lingers.
White chocolate.
I mean, I'm glad it's good, because I didn't want to eat something that wasn't good.
Well, considering we don't have water on the table.
But for entertainment purposes, I really wanted it to be bad.
I'm so hard trying to think of how you say thank you in Japanese.
I might say konnichiwa, but that's not it.
It might be.
Maybe it is. I have no idea.
No.
Well, while you think of it, this weekend, Chris wanted some jelly beans, so that'll be at one point. I'm going to bring jelly beans.
My favorite season of the year. I
know, and you mentioned
it.
But I'm going to get some kind of variety pack where some of them are gross, like booger flavors. And you don't know what you're going to get.
But who makes those?
I'm going to find them.
Good luck.
Oh, you challenged me. Should not do that.
No, I don't like Skittles, Nerds, or Starburst gummy or jelly beans.
Oh, they have Starburst gummies now. This reminds me, because I am not above bribing my children, and they're home with Ed this morning because they're on spring break. And I told them if they got A+ report from Ed to me when I got home this afternoon, that they could have a couple of their Starburst gummies. I said you could have 5 of your little gummies.
Whoa.
I know. They got to be good. And Chris goes, "What if it's an A-?" I said, "Nope, it's all or nothing. There's no A-, it's A+." So I bribed my kids with Starburst gummies this morning.
Hey, you do what you
I did what I had to do.
Yes.
You know? So, okay, well that was actually pretty good.
Yeah. So thank you, Sylvia, for letting us do a milk tea Kit Kat tasting.
I wasn't sure what milk tea was going to be, but that was
take
good.
it. Yeah, good.
Okay, are we doing our buzzers?
We'll do whatever you like.
I kind of want to do the buzzer.
I know. Okay.
I've been waiting for this. I didn't have questions after yesterday, and you told me I had to have 3, and then you still showed up with like none.
I know, I have my one
You
question.
told me yesterday you had 2.
But I forgot one.
So write it down.
I know. So,
okay,
so the premise of this, explain it to our many, many viewers.
Okay, so if any of you guys have watched Ellen DeGeneres, she does this buzzer game, buzzer something. Anyway.
Right. We don't have cool chairs like
we don't have cool chairs.
Or flames behind us.
And they're supposed to be like you hit it when you answer the question, but really it seems like you just hit it randomly.
Right, well you're supposed to answer the question and then hit your bell.
But no one seems to do that correctly.
Well, I think they get flustered.
Well, I hope we get flustered. And so I'm gonna ask you You want me to go first? I'm gonna ask you a variety of questions,
Okay.
and then you have to answer, and then we're just gonna kind of see what happens.
Okay.
Are you ready? So I'll wean.
Okay, I'm game.
Okay.
I got it going on.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
6 years ago, did you want to be friends with me?
No.
That was a good one. Why not? This is giving people insight into our developing friendship here.
Right.
Really
No,
had to win her over.
I'm not. I was being forced to go on a cruise with my husband Shane. That was basically the one person that I really knew.
Mm-hmm.
And then he said, "Hey, we're going on a couples cruise with Kaitlin and Ed and BJ and Trinity." And I'm like, "No."
Well, you love cruises to begin with, also.
Right. I'm not a huge fan
Yeah.
of them. Had never been on one due to germs and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he said, "No, we're going." And so I knew you, hey,
didn't like me.
I did not like you. I just didn't know you.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, oh, and I did not know the Grahams at all.
Yes.
So it was, a little bit out of my comfort zone,
Mm-hmm.
but being the happy-go-lucky girl that I am, I went on that cruise and we had a really good time.
We did.
And from there, our friendship has evolved to all levels.
It has.
New ones, high ones, low ones, all that good stuff.
Yes.
But yeah, if you asked me if I wanted to be friends with Kaitlin, the answer was no.
I just like kidding.
I know.
It is fun.
Did you want to be friends with me?
I think I was just indifferent.
Yeah, I think you were probably like, whatever.
Yeah, just like you said, I knew Shane better because we were running together at the time. So I knew who you were, but I think it was easier because I knew Trini and BJ
yeah,
very
so
well.
I was the only one you didn't.
Yeah, so I was comfortable with everything because
Everybody was comfortable but me.
Correct. And I have no problem with cruises or anything else.
Right.
So
yeah. So the one good thing that did happen, Shane sensed my hesitation, so he did get a room with a little balcony.
He did.
And Kaitlin and Ed and Trinity and BJ didn't, so we got to invite them over for a balcony party.
Yes, Ed was very jealous, and on the next cruise made sure we got a balcony.
Everybody has a balcony now.
Yes, everybody was very jealous of your balcony.
Yeah, thank you, Shane.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Okay. If you had a signature fragrance, what would it be?
Oh, I was good. I know this.
That's why it's so fun.
Yep. So like a perfume?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
So I love, and you're not even gonna know what this is. If you do, I'm surprised. Fracas.
It sounds like a bad word.
It's not. It's this perfume. It's a really, really old perfume, and I actually was reading an article about it because it's coming back into the fragrance world. It's always very hard to find. When I was 12, I used to babysit, and one of the ladies that I babysat was like a true New Yorker that had transplanted down here, and I loved her smell. I was like, I love that, and she would say it's fracas, and I'm like, I don't know what that means.
What are you even saying?
Right. So I mean, whatever. I researched it. It was this perfume, and back then it was expensive. And I read today it's now $185 a bottle.
How big is the bottle?
Just little. No, just little. And it's a black bottle, and it says fracas.
Oh.
And I loved it. I wore it
Yeah.
for a couple of years, many years actually. And then I'm just not real into perfumes these days.
That's kind of why I brought it up. Was you and scent
Smells, yeah.
You
They
know,
kill me,
aren't
and
always
fracas didn't. Because I mean, I would love
okay. That's why I was surprised. I was like, I didn't know what you were going to come up with this one.
fracas.
I tried to keep these that they would provide insight into who you were.
Yes, fracas.
Fracas.
Well done.
Okay. What was the last illness or disease you were convinced that you had?
Which one should I choose? Well, in all of my medical research, it has led me to believe that I have, trying to think.
I mean, you've diagnosed yourself with everything. So
I know, from leaky gut syndrome
Yes.
to, what's the name of the syndrome I had? Sjorgen's syndrome?
Yes.
Hashimoto's, rheumatoid arthritis, the most recent one being.
I like telling you that you have big tumors or flesh-eating bacteria or something just to take you down that route.
I know. Well, I don't think it was a disease, but as far as a medical condition, my quads quit working.
Okay, that's true.
Yeah.
They did quit working.
My quads quit
Yes.
working, so I had to diagnose that, and then you gave me physical therapy exercises, and I'm happy to report my quads are firing again.
Yeah, because I was like, can you do a leg lift? And you would like, no, it's shaking.
Yeah, like, I don't know, that was
surprising.
That wasn't good.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I don't know. I've got a lot of
Yeah, you have
illnesses.
different like aches and pains that like pop up different places that can't be easily explained. So then
I
you go down these
research.
rabbit holes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, so.
Yeah.
But I'm happy to report that I love life and I'm thriving.
Very good. I'm glad. Okay, that was my 3 that you told me I could have, so.
Okay, this is a tough one.
I know you only have 1.
Well, I might come up with more.
Okay.
I don't have an answer to this. Okay, well,
Okay.
it's a yes or no, no, it's not a yes or no question,
Okay.
but it's a either or question.
Yes.
If Ed and Shane were to arm wrestle, who would win? See, it's perplexing.
Okay, I really want to say Ed, but he like never works out anymore. So like, I find him nice to look at, but it's because of his bodybuilding history.
Right.
And Shane's been doing like a lot of CrossFit stuff. I actually haven't seen him in a couple weeks, and you said like he's putting it on. He's getting ready for that Murph challenge. So we should have them. We should have them.
We should invite them on. They would never.
They would never do that.
Never come on our
I feel like
show.
I have to say Ed because if I go home and he hears me say Shane, then
You're
I just
not
might as well
getting
not go home.
any Starburst gummies or.
No, I know there'll be no brownie points.
Yeah. So go ahead. You can say it.
And I'll say Ed.
Shane.
Very good.
Well, just because you.
Yeah.
I
we
honestly.
have to. I don't know. That would be a good one.
I don't know.
See, Shane, like 8 years ago, I would say Ed because Shane was like in his running phase where like he wasn't lifting and he was like thin, running super fast, but not upper body strong. But he's CrossFit Shane now, so.
Yeah. He at one time had a slogan, "Core no more," meaning he wasn't going to do any core exercises.
Was it you or him that gave yourself shin
He did.
splints?
He gave himself
doing
shin splints.
crunches.
Yes. So it was a core no more season there for a while.
Yeah.
So yeah. Okay. And then I'll just throw out like an easy one for you. It may not be easy, but you have traveled all over the world for triathlon. What's your favorite country?
New Zealand.
Oh, I've not been there.
It's very pretty.
I know you totally want to like ding after the other person.
I do, don't you want to?
Yes.
It's almost like it feels like a race at that point.
Yes. Okay, and then I have another.
See, you came up with it on the spot.
I did.
One more, and then we have 3 and 3 because I could have kept going forever.
Okay. Do you have any kind of special announcement you'd like to share?
Yes. I died.
That was good. Okay.
Oh, I have to share it.
Well, unless you don't want to.
No, I just want to see your reaction.
Gosh, I'm like, what?
I just want to see your reaction. Like, I don't want to.
You have to now. She has a special announcement, everyone.
Okay, so in September, we will be welcoming. I was going to say entering. We will be welcoming baby girl Donner to the family.
Yay!
Yep. And then that's it.
Pink.
That's it. So I don't know if I've told you this.
What?
This was like 2 days ago when Ed and I were talking and throwing out names and just having this conversation because we just found out this week it's a girl.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, well, I guess as Mikey starts to grow out of clothes, that I can start donating them and giving them away because I have bins and bins of boy clothes.
I know. Don't.
And I'm like some of the newborn stuff like you can get away with, or like if it's just at home they go through them so fast and they spit up or whatever, so it's fine. And he goes, well, like, how sure of you we're not having another? Okay, this is the guy that like I joke when we got married, he wanted no kids, I wanted 3, so we compromised to 2, which now I can say he wanted none, I wanted 3, so we got 3. Real good compromise there.
Yes.
And he was like, well, are we talking like 50-50, like 80-20? And I'm like, I mean, I'm never gonna say 100%, but like 99%, like 3. I think that is our limit.
It's
like
doable.
I'm pretty certain on that. But it was hysterical. He's just like, well, how sure are we? And I was like, coming from you?
I know.
Is that weird?
I thought you were gonna say that he said don't donate the clothes because the girl can wear the boys' clothes.
No, he's like, I'm like, no, I think
Would not
we are
have thought
done.
that one.
We are done.
Okay.
So yes, that is the current news.
That's exciting news.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then I don't know if I just really want to ring the buzzers now, but it's not really a question.
All right.
I would like to hear your favorite pregnancy story of mine, because I have two that I think would be hysterical for us to share with our
Should we
audience.
Well, I've never seen an angrier pregnant woman than Kaitlin with her first pregnancy with Chris. She, like, I get it, like your body is doing strange things.
I don't like it.
She was so pissed her entire pregnancy. I was just like, oh my God. But then it completely changed. Like, I was, all prepared for like the rages and this, and I can't do this and all that stuff. Yeah, and then for Mikey, like you were smooth. So
yeah, I tried really hard.
Yep, and so far,
I went okay.
Yeah. So favorite pregnancy story?
It's when I was an idiot.
Well, that's often.
Specifically to being 20 weeks pregnant with Chris.
Oh my God.
That's what I can't believe you did with.
I was trying to picture angry Kaitlin. Well, this just tells you how psychotic she became during this pregnancy. At 20 weeks pregnancy, she tried her wedding dress on.
Because that was going to go well.
Yeah, and then cried when she couldn't zip up the back. And I was like, why would you do that?
It has a corset back. So I was like, even if you gain a little weight, like the corset's kind of forgiving, it'll get, no, it's not.
No, and she's like all upset, and then I cried, and I'm like, why would you ever do that?
Why would you do that?
I mean, like, most people don't ever want to try on their wedding dress again because things change and shift over the years, but to do it while you're 20 weeks pregnant
was not smart. I don't recommend it.
No, and then I think you got angry again. So.
I definitely got angry. I didn't, because why would your body change as you're growing a human?
I don't know.
Very odd.
Yeah.
So then with Mikey, I waited until I was several months postpartum to try on my wedding dress to make sure I could get back into it.
And
that
was
a much better experience.
Yeah, so
I was back at it.
I encourage you to do that this go round.
I don't think I'm going to do it.
Okay, and then when I was driving, I thought of a girl name that I'm going to share with you and our viewers.
Oh, good. Ed has come up with Benjamina. Which we will not be naming our baby girl. So, but to share with you.
Okay, mine is ready for
I'm
it?
ready.
Fiona.
No.
But you would call her baby Fee.
No. But thank you for the input.
Fine. No more bells.
Okay.
So,
I have one more story. It's more about you, more recently related to this. Because you knew very early on.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Okay.
Like,
so,
what did I do now?
Yes. So, Brittany, I was asking when she was going to be back from Iowa, because you go to Iowa in the summers, when you were going to be back. And so if you would be back for when the baby's due the end of September.
Right, so you said, when are you coming back? I said September.
And I'm like, when? Because I get angry.
And I'm like, what does it matter?
Because I'm having my baby, and I was wondering if you would be here.
And I was like, oh, she's like, you'll come to the hospital. I said, yes, I will be in labor and delivery with you. Thank you so much.
And then she walks out.
I just left.
And then the next time I see her, you can talk to your mom.
Oh, that was when we were on the phone.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, hey, I told my mom, I hope you don't mind. She's so excited, and she's even more excited that I'm going to be in labor and delivery with you. And you
then,
were like,
the conversation ends.
You were like, no, you're not. And I'm like, yes, I am.
Yeah.
And then, like, we got off topic, and I think there was another time in here, and I was like, yeah, and I was like, I'll be there, don't worry, in labor and delivery, and you're like, no, and I'm like, yes, I will, bye-bye.
And the whole time I'm thinking, like, no, like, I barely want Ed there. Like, this is not, I understand that some women, like, enjoy being pregnant and the birthing experience and all that. I'm not one of those women. I really love the finished product, but I wish a store could drop the baby off. And so I was not thrilled with you thinking you were going to be in labor and delivery with me through that.
Which ultimately was my intention.
Yeah, so then I had to, like, get a very serious face when you came in here and ask you, like...
Yeah, she had to, like, you know, be like, okay, I have a very serious question for you.
Like, don't mess with me.
What?
And I asked if you really wanted to be in labor and delivery.
Like, she's totally serious, like...
And she just started busting a gut, like about to pee herself, because she's been messing with me the whole time.
Yeah, I did not want to be in there. And I know the person that she is, and that would just be mortifying to her. It'd be mortifying to me if I had to be there.
It would.
I'm not going to be there.
But I was trying to be, like, so empathetic and understand your
Which
side
does not
and
come
everything else.
naturally
It doesn't. So it was very hard. And I was like, well, this is something, like, that you really want, and a life experience, and, like, and I'm like, but I really don't want you there, but I'm trying to... How do I let you down easy? And you were just messing with me the whole time.
Yeah, I was like, thank you so much, but no.
Yeah. So it was the best case scenario, but it
right.
I mean, entertaining roller coaster along the way.
I mean, I'm on call if you need
You said
me.
no more bells.
If you need me, I'll be there, Kaitlin. I'll be there.
You can come after.
That sounds good.
Yes, yes.
So yeah.
Okay, on that note, I don't have any more questions or funny stories at this time, but
Or
I'm sure they
announcements.
will, or announcements,
Mhm.
but I'm sure there will be very entertaining pregnancy stories along the way that we will share.
Yes. So thank you all so much for tuning in. If you have any comments or likes, please do that. That's according to my nephew. What is it? Like or comment below.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're so high tech.
We're so-
All right, so
Yep, and see everyone at Downtown Melbourne 5K happening this Saturday at 7:30 a.m.
okay.